Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence. It's Wednesday and step 29. Today is the last day of Pisces. Woo, woo, woo. And March 19th. How are you guys feeling? I normally go on live at 9 o'clock, but I did have some Zoom meeting. So I am here now and to talk about the energy and my yearly annual review of my energy and the Pisces energy. Today is the last day, so I'm very excited. And then this is the day that we're going to be tested. So I am going to set the powerful intention that we're going to all get through this. And this is for you and this is for me. Psychic protection. So I'm just going to put a couple of drops and to set the intention. So, we have set some powerful intention a couple days ago, which is to whatever that you're working through. For me is to empower myself. And, it's very important to create joy in every moment and all of that. And yesterday I came to a point where, the word, if I was to pick one word, what would be the word to, take for the next year until the next Pisces season? And it's definitely empowerment. So I wrote it down on my notes yesterday. I feel empowered. And then I felt the huge energy shift. So I'm keep reminding myself, like I'm here to empower myself. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this live. And for myself and anyone that will resonate with are here or watching the recording. So thank you guys for being here. By the way, what I'm doing right now is basically just tune into my healing hands and amplify it so I can actually feel this to use my, for my advantage. I'm gonna smell it, go around my body to just tune into my energy. And I actually started to do this thing whenever I feel nervous or whenever I need to align my chakra to feel grounded. And I do that even when I dance, like I'm a dancer, right? And I'm going to post this video later on, but I'm literally doing this on the dance floor before I was about to dance. And I just kind of feeling the energy and I started to dance. And I feel like I can definitely dance better. And this is a way for me to really tapping into this creative sacral chakra, creative energy and feminine energy that we all have. So yeah, I'm very excited. I think we're definitely feel nervous overall because we're in this Mercury retrograde and we're meant to kind of being triggered on the area where, we haven't worked through, like, and that caused a lot of maybe triggers like frustration. So if you're feeling like that and everyone's feeling it, so it's very important to use your discernment. This is not mine to take, or this is how I'm feeling too when somebody, project some energy onto you. It's like this for me, or it's this them. And just like my mantra throughout this entire Pisces season is be easy and compassionate on yourself, right? Okay, so let's read what Sirius Joy has to say on this last day of Pisces. I'm so excited. So step 29, Pisces, is today the final tested degree of the sign and zodiac. What needs to come up will, and the guidance for today is not to act out and to act within on nurturing the feelings. Check yourself before engaging. Since today is the final degree of the zodiac, focus on self by determining what it is worth holding on to over the next revolution of the wheel. Conjunct the sun, we have Neptune, ruler of Pisces, which can bring huge energy of fear or faith. At 29, it can serve as a warning flare for cautions about things coming together in the ether. What do you want to be remembered by? Saturn and Mars also progress to new steps today, with Saturn grounding the new spiritual mission and Mars feeling out its security. There is an opening of faith for those who choose, so get comfortable with it. I think it's because of what I went through, and then, I know that this is a tested degree whether you choose your fear in the last minute or you hold on to the faith. And just keep that in mind. You're going to be tested. But I went through such a hard time. Like, I don't know, maybe you can sense me every time you see my Instagram. I have my own things to work through, and going through a turmoil of emotions. But as every time I go through that, hi Maria, every time I go through that, it's kind of like, taking the next step. And at the end of it, I feel like it's all about just accepting where you are and accepting all parts of yourself and loving yourself all the way, and know that things will come together in the end. And let's not forget about the importance of holding faith. And what is faith, right? And trusting that it's a knowingness without any evidence, without any evidence, but you have to be supported like that. A fact, it needs to be supported by your feelings, right? I'm just gonna trust. And that belief is so important today. So let's really hold on to that belief. Now, new episode of, okay, let's read the next part. Test of faith. Today is the final step of the I Sense Pisces transit. Step 29 is the most intense and energy can become in the state of awareness. The intensity comes from the energy of emotion side by side with ego. Whatever you feel can trigger the ego to become defensive, react, or in some cases, act out accidentally. This ego emotional sensibility can be exacerbated. That's a word. Exacerbated from the I Sense Pisces energy. Your subconscious may also be stirring today, replaying old stories in your psyche. Yeah, what is your old story? Hello, my old friends, that when it comes, I started to call out, hello, my old friend. I am safe with you. You're safe with me. Let's see what you have to say. And then at the end of it, the pattern is always the same, right? This sets person up to react or respond to invisible threats, and quite possibly falsely blame or project those feelings onto an innocent bystander. The best way to neutralize these threats is to consciously direct your energy and passion into activity such as exercise, yoga, a walk outside, signing, or dancing. Getting it out is the best way to prevent needless mishaps or accidents, because you were wounded up and subconsciously triggered, right? But I do believe that this, as we working through that, of course, you were breathing and being present with your, whatever you're doing, and all of that will help in yoga, dancing. But I think it's like Satori is more like being okay with where you are, just being okay. Like, okay, I'm triggered. Okay. I'm triggered. I'm okay. I'm okay with this, right? And and then that triggers your emotions, and that's the problem, right? The heavier the emotions get, then it's I wouldn't say worse, but that's when you need to move your body. So that's why moving the energy really helps. But when you're already working on opening your fascia and moving through that energy, being uncomfortable but being okay with it, then it's just another day. And I think that's Satori. I think we're slowly coming to that, and maybe it will give us like three years to get to the point. In the greater picture, the spinning psychic emotional energy may stir up any of the lessons you experienced in the last 30 days. You may be tested on anything you thought you learned. If an issue returns, it will probably manifest in a different way than it did originally. Your mind will realize you had not thought of this other direction, and in this way you will learn about other ways to prevent the issue. If you have a comic situation you are tempted to stay away from, such as a toxic relationship, the person or organization may come back asking for one more chance. Their pleas may be very convincing. However, the day they choose to do this is suspicious. Check your feelings before you respond to them. That sounds very toxic. Yeah, step away from. In each of your stories today, be responsive to your own emotional needs before responding to others. Stay focused on your spiritual intention. Maintain your spiritual integrity in all situations. You'll be testing on your new work routine, health regimen, or on lifestyle changes. The key is to maintain integrity by loving yourself even higher than normal. Use your beliefs as the ultimate guides for what's to happen. Anything incomplete or flawed in your long-term plans for intimacy, transformation, or personal boundaries will be brought to your attention today. Avoid judging yourself or the situation. Correct the situation with unconditional love and acceptance. Today's goal is to maintain your present spiritual course, remain in integrity, respond to your needs. You have come a long way in your spiritual journey. That I can wholeheartedly, I agree. I'm doing everything I can, and I believe in you. I believe you also come a long way in your spiritual journey. So kudos to us. Whatever happens today is merely a test and not a reflection of your potential going forward. Can you trust that? Think of today as a test flight. Pay attention to what needs more attention, but never lose your faith. You're remarkably spiritually motivated to subscribe to. So you gotta own it. You're able to listen to this up to now. I believe in you. I'm loving myself and loving myself some more. So that's definitely the energy. Love yourself and love yourself more on this day, 29, the last day of Pisces. 2 and 9, 2 plus 9 equals 11. So integrity, 1 to 11. And every time we have in 1 represent the heart energy. So love yourself and love yourself more. So yeah, it's just like, as you follow the step, every time you come to this energy, and I just know that it's the day. It's the day. It's the day to, stick to your integrity. What is your integrity here when you get tested? Maybe you stay in love, you stay in harmony, you choose to love yourself, you choose to stay in peace, stay in harmony. And I said that, and I repeat that, and I rephrase that many times, but that's the energy for sure. Yeah. One thing I'm started to really embody is just keep empowering myself in every area of my life, whether that's my finance, whether that's my relationship with the people I work with, or the relationship I'm in, like all of that relationship. Like I'm a Libra. I think all Libras, anybody Libra here, are going through this revolution of how we relate to others. And it's coming up for me because I've been a people pleaser, and why Libra, or people who become people pleaser, why we became like that? Because we just didn't know who we are, right? And because we didn't know who we are, when the other energy comes and give them, you should be doing this or that, or it's like you are this or you're that, and you take on those energies and accept that to be true, whether that's a positive or negative, and easily be swayed by it. And it's nice to be flexible and receptive, but it's very important that those ideas, or even the ideas coming up from the energy field, right? Like as an inspiration, we also need to go through our heart. And how can we go through our heart? Like, do I love this idea? Does this idea make me feel bad? Then obviously that's not true. That's your heart does not agree with. But if you don't have those not coping, but the tools to discern, then you started to accept some of the negative statements as to be true, because this happened in the past. And those past mistake or the tragic event, maybe you call into that because of your patterns, right? And anyways, but let's just not worry about that, because we're at a powerful place where we get to basically reset everything to start fresh, and know that those patterns is falling out right now because it doesn't work in this frequency. Now with the heart, discerned all those ideas and advice, suggestion through your heart. And when the heart agrees, and but the parts of you is wounded, and the emotions being triggered, and these emotions get so overwhelming and overpowers the heart. That's when you're not taking care of your emotions, right? And that happened to me quite often, because I don't even know how much I just bypass some of the events, bypass some of the emotions that I catch and caught, and I feel it, but it's like I didn't know anything to do with it, right? So I am like, I have a checklist. How do I feel? I ask myself quite more often than before, ever before. I just say, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? I'm feeling this. And so that it's a good practice for me to check in with my feelings every moment, right? And so, because I know the only thing that is in the way of my heart and the truth is really my emotions, because this is where I got stuck. And if I take care of my heart, take care of my emotions, then now I can finally believe, and that belief to, later on leads to my faith, right? And so I'm definitely, one of the theme in this lifetime is to restore faith in God, with me, with the divine, and whatever you higher, the higher self you're believing, because I have probably lost faith in that in my past life because of what I had to go through. And what I had to go through was a result of me not listening and following my heart. But that was the era I was not allowed to follow my heart. And yeah, so lots of things came up. Maybe I was journaling, and definitely that day of the energy yesterday that I was able to tap into some of my past life. And as we are going through, like I'm studying, doing this 40 days of past life and trauma from Serious Joy. And one thing that Sensei Christopher said, I have Mars and sorry, I might have Mars in second house or something like that. Anyways, as I was going through this wounded parts of my son, like we all have that, the good part and not so good part. And seems like a lot of past life I was giving abundance without me trying. So I guess I was born into a wealthy family, could be a royalty. And I heard that everyone who has like Leo in your sun sign or rising sign, I am Leo rising, most likely you have the past life of being royalty. And I'm slowly accepting that, because one person who can see past lives, like she said, like, oh, I just had this image of like we are in this like, royalty, and we're like princesses. And I feel like maybe like princess, queens. I mean, it's like how gorgeous is that? But I can see that even having those powers and abundance, like if you didn't earn it with your intention and power, you can always go out of control and powerless, because you didn't get those things with your ability, right? You were just given, inherited those things, and all I had to do was to just follow the rules and be submissive to authority. And even when I became queen, all I had to do was to just follow the tradition, and I didn't have any room to maybe explore and doing things different. And that eventually led to failures and to martyrs, or maybe sexual assault, and not being able to speak up what was wrong, So I'm just exploring those thoughts. And if you feel like, wow, what is she talking about? But things are like, the hints, the dots are coming out through my dreams, and whatever people said about could be my past lives, and like connecting the story. And I felt like that last year and this year, it's just like the stories are more coming together. It's so super interesting what could have happened, and that event affected this current life. But exactly why the reason why I'm here is to overcome those failures and overcome those wounds and to restore my faith in God and to speak my truth and just keep empowering myself and that I can and have what it takes. So that's the energy, definitely. So Mercury retrograde, we tend to get, communication can be disrupted. So we tend to get frustrated. So just be easy and kind to ourselves, and it's all the way. But the card that I normally pick is today, this card pops up. It says, let go of control and relax into flow. Life is happening to help you out, so just let go and relax into flow. When you resist the reality of what is actually happening, you will miss the magic of the moment. Holding on to expectations of what you think should happen only limits you from finding freedom, fun, and flow in your life. When you surrender your control, worry, doubt, fear, and stress, you begin to activate the spiritual synchronicities that align with your soul's purpose. Stop stressing about the shoulds and supposed tos. You are always where you are meant to be in divine timing. Drop the expectation and take my mom's advice. Let it go. Let go of fear. Let go of worry. Let go of anger. Let go of guilt. Let go of excuses. Let go of comparison. That's for Libra out there. Libra loves to compare. Let go of comparison. Let go of negative relationships. Let go of resentment. Let go of blame. Let go of jealousy. Let go of excess. Let go of old beliefs and patterns. Self-love is about finding the balance between striving for your wildest dreams and relaxing during the in-between. When you let go of the old, you make room to receive the new you've been asking for. Take a deep breath and pause. Let go and relax. I let go and find myself in a magical flow of synchronicities. I think I'm doing it a lot better. It's like what, letting go could trigger your fear, but I found that I don't have to let go of relationship, if that makes sense. I am only letting go of the toxic side of relationship. It could be my attachment, could be my fearful, controlling thing, controlling trait, all of that. It all comes from the wounded side of me, right? Needing to control situation because I'm not maybe confident enough, because I'm not secure enough, because I don't feel safe enough. But those feelings, the fundamental feeling that it's our birthright to feel safe, to protect it and feel secure, needs to come from within. And that's something that I learned and I'm learning, and I think we're all learning, because without having this strong foundation for yourself, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling protected, outside surrounding is just merely our, inspiration, right? And when we have something, could be that's a good trait, or it could be the negative trait, it just gets triggered so that we can let go. It needs to come into the surface. And that's what it is, right? When someone's like try to cross your boundaries, and it's like, oh, I have that part of me that didn't value myself. Now, thank you for this reminder. I'm going to shift that perspective. And I think, when I say be easy and compassionate with yourself, I also said that this often. I forgive people that hurt me, because those people maybe didn't mean any harm, right? They were just doing their thing. But I took it so personal, right? You know what I mean? And it tends to happen when you carry this particular wounds, and here and there, right? Those things are gonna be washed out right now. We're being cleansed, and that's why things are coming up. It's really not about pointing out fingers onto people, but I do understand my triggers, right? And I acknowledge my trigger, and I say, like, be honest with myself. Okay, I'm feeling this way. I really don't like it for some reason. Sometimes I know the reason. Sometimes I don't even know the reason. It's just that uncomfortable feeling, right? It's like, wow, this person really triggers me right now. Maybe because maybe because I thought they were allies, and now they're not, didn't seem to be they don't seem to be my allies, or I feel threatened by this person or whatever. But here comes the power of empowerment. Like, I am here when I know that I feel empowered, and from that place of power, I don't have to force anything. And from that place of power, I don't need to control anything. I don't need to force anything. I don't need to control anything. I don't need to be triggered, because I know that I have power. So that's something that I am embodying, and I like to hold on to this faith in the knowingness for I probably say this is my second day, third day. It's very important to hold your thoughts once you have that for at least 3 days. It's so that it will stick, and that's how you can program yourself. So with that being said, thank you guys for being here. And I normally go on live at 9 o'clock, but I did have a meeting today. Thank you guys for being here. I would love to show up like this, and I'm thoroughly enjoying expressing myself and organizing my thought, and I'm keep empowering myself. We're gonna do reprogramming our fascia through heart and the brain. So if you guys wanna follow me, we're just clapping and rubbing hands and rubbing nails and knuckles. By telling them they are triggering you, the energy dissipates. Powerful. By telling them they're you mean they is who? Hi Louis, Kero Buddha. By telling them they're triggering you, the energy dissipates. So you tell the triggers that they're triggering me, like it's saying like hello anger, hello fear, or hello this thing. Like, do you call out the theme or without calling out the person? Like, can you elaborate on that? Hi Marie, thank you. Great. Yeah, thank you for being here. Let's feel into our energy bowl. Take your right hand on your heart. Take your left hand on the top of your head. Imagine energy circulate through your heart to the brain. And we're going to do 6 breaths together. Breathing. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. Repeat after me. Hello, brain. Hello, mind. Hello, ego. Hello, body. Thank you for your work. Appreciate your flexible, smart, efficient work that honor your heart. You can relax and trust more every single day, and to work together in harmony as always. Thank you. Hello, heart. You are in charge. You're the boss. I'm following you. All parts of myself move very easily and effortlessly through you. I am safe. I am protected. I am secure. I live in harmony. I am in love. I am in joy. I am in flow. I am in myself, good self-worth. I am enough. I am worthy. I trust myself. I accept all parts of myself. I feel empowered. I am empowered. It's easy for me to let go. I have faith in me. I love my life. Life loves me. I am confident. I am in my power. I trust. Let's do another 6 breaths to lock in. 2, Breathe. Your nose. 2, 3. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, thank you, Louis. Let me read that. Hello, haha. I mean, if someone triggers you by admitting you have been triggered, the whole body clears and you don't feel triggered anymore. It's a good exercise to be honest with yourself, right? Instead of suppressing or bypassing them, you just say, admitting to yourself that, oh, I got triggered. And just admit and acknowledge that. And you say the whole body clears and you don't feel triggered. I love that. And with what you're feeling, and you bring clear awareness to the matter. Be honest with your feelings, and by just giving it to your attention honestly, more often than not, it ends up in laughter. I love that. It's like, oh, hello, trigger. I got trigger again. And it's okay. I'm okay with this, right? Yeah, a good exercise to practice with people. I love that. Yeah. I have some like trigger points, just like our body have trigger point. But the buttons, right? The buttons that we have, and we don't know how many buttons we have until people push them. And when we got pushed, and that's when you need to pay attention without being, angry or responsive, right? Without being reactive. Difference between responsive and reactive. Without being reactive, and we just say, wow, I don't know why this person triggers me. This thing really triggers me. And keep asking questions, right? Keep asking questions. Yeah, I got triggered again. I love that. I love that, Louis. Thank you so much for sharing. And I feel like I'm definitely feeling that same way. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, the push button. I got triggered again. Yes, I got triggered again. But thank you. I'm okay with this, and I'm continuing to feel empowered by it. Right? I think that's a really good way, and that's how you can overcome anything that has been holding ourselves back. So I believe that. I feel a lot more open, and I like to. Last thing I might like to say that. I think, as we go through this shadow work and you do move your fascial maneuvers, and do other exercises, and it's very important to pay attention to your pattern, whether how you move your body, whether how you think, because those are the programming, right? And I notice I've been doing this fascial maneuvers, and the modification is super we tend to ignore, even though we know the importance of it. And one of the things I am going to do it a lot more often is a belly button twerk. And it basically like you place your hands on your belly, place in like a blaze and twerk it. That's one thing to do it. But I've been using makalu, which is like have like a medicine bowl and it's the spikes. And even that, just like awareness of putting my bellies into the spine. And we all know the importance. We all know that when you get that training, and okay, belly button twerk is what we're going to do. But the importance of it, awareness of it, like in my own practice, in my body, is so healing. I didn't even notice that. So I'm doing this as I'm moving through my belly button, and I feel it when I dance, when I do that, and I know, and I also feel that when I'm off from the belly button. It changed the whole structure, right, of how I move my body. And I feel when my fascia lines up. I know when my fascia misaligns and go out of alignment. So it's for me, it's all about embodiment. It's not so much about knowledge. Like, how do you feel in my body? And I love that journey I'm on to continue to unwind the parts of myself again, right? Hello, trigger. I got trigger again. But continue to feel safe every time you feel trigger. The reason why we feel triggered because we do not feel safe. So that's the power right there. So then that concludes the live today. Yes, hello trigger. I got triggered again. Yeah. Trigger point is not a bad thing, right? It's a good point. When you get triggered, like acupuncture, trigger point, or just like go to trigger point and then just sit with it, right? Or when you poke the needle, sit with it, feel the sensation, and then let go of anything that's are in the way. It's just I do that a lot with my fingers, and then twerk, and then talk to the trigger point. It's like, thank you, emotions. Like call it the emotion that come up in your head, right? And it's like choose to release it because you decided to forgive the situation, forgive the people that hurt you, and you no longer want to hold this in your body, and choose to let go, and to be in love, to be in joy, to be in flow, and to be in power. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And I'm sending you so much love. And let's celebrate this end, the last day of Pisces, like a champ. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you so much.